It is Sunday, the 11th of September, 2016. I'm in front of the Unitarian Church in Montreal, and we're looking at the wayside pulpit which says, "Our spiritual community welcomes, nurtures, inspires, challenges. Together we take action in the world." Well, just a few minutes ago, a member of the Unitarian Church of Montreal, David Horan, basically challenged me to a kind of duel, as it were, and he took action in the world by, after erasing my chalk slogans that protest against Unitarian Universalist clergy abuse, cover-up, and denial, what did he do? He basically got very belligerent with me, and he walked towards me. He basically kept shoving me backwards or walking forcefully towards me, and eventually I stopped and he walked into my camera, and so we got the police here, and we'll see what happens. I suspect they may just continue along. So yeah, I'm still debating whether I should actually bring an assault charge against David Horan. And it may be that some people called the police when they saw him assaulting me. There's actually so anyway, I don't know what's going on here with the taxi honking. So anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, looking at this sign here, "Our spiritual community welcomes, nurtures, inspires, challenges. Together we take action in the world." Well, yes, they take action in the world amongst other ways by physically assaulting me. David Horan's belligerence is by no means the first time that the Unitarian Universalists have got physically aggressive with me, and you know, it may be the first time actually that I did anything that resulted in injury, minor injury by the way, to Unitarian, and it was mostly self-inflicted because he just, you know, I basically stopped walking backwards, keeping my camera in front of me, and he pressed his face into it. He kept pressing his face into it, which is quite hilarious actually, and then he basically accused me of assaulting him. So anyhow, poor little baby got a cut lip out of his own stupidity, and you know, my video clearly shows that he was physically aggressive with me long before I just stopped walking backwards to let him know that, you know, that I wasn't going to always be walking backwards away from him. So we had a nice little demonstration of how David Horan and other Unitarian Universalists take action in the world. But, you know, that's not the worst way that Unitarian Universalists take action in the world. Here's a way that Reverend Mac Wallace Mitchell of the Northborough and Westborough Unitarian Universalist congregations took action in the world. Reverend Mac Wallace Mitchell went to India and persuaded the families of teenage Tibetan refugees that he would take them under his wing, that he would give them, you know, a better life in America, in quotation marks. He would give them an education. Oh dear, I wonder if they've called for an ambulance for David Horan's cut lip. Wouldn't that be funny? So anyhow, David Horan's cut lip is basically a self-inflicted injury. And getting back to things, how Reverend Mac Wallace Mitchell took action in the world is he proceeded to rape these teenage Tibetan refugees over a period measured in months and years. And he is not the only, you know, Unitarian Universalist rapist. And he is not actually a pedophile, because, you know, he definitely liked his women young, but he didn't go below 15 or 16 that I know of. He may well have, you know, sexually abused younger women, or younger girls, but But to the best of my knowledge, so far, Reverend Mac Wallace Mitchell wasn't an out-and-out pedophile. He wasn't someone who molested preteen children. The same cannot be said for Richard Buell of First Parish Norwell and other pedophile Unitarian Universalists, including a certain number of Unitarian Universalist ministers who've been charged, tried, and convicted of sexual abuse of young children, very young, preteen children. So yeah, that's another way Unitarian Universalists take action in the world. So they might want to be a bit more precise. They might want to be a bit more precise about how they take action in the world together. Oh, and speaking of together, one way they definitely do take action in the world together is colluding together to cover up and hide all forms of Unitarian Universalist clergy abuse, not just sexual abuse, but also non-sexual forms of abuse. That's another way Unitarian Universalists take action in the world, and that's it for now.